right, Shrewd News and Reviews. Y'all know we back. You know how we do, man. We've been on a little hiatus for a little minute, but hey, we
Yeah,
back
we trying
bringing
to get
y'all that
back
heat.
into the swing of things, man. One thing that I was watching during the break
Yeah.
was the beef between TQ and Boosie kind of
Mm-hmm.
heat up. Now, we
Yeah.
know that Boosie is embroiled in a big beef between him and Blue. He
Yep.
says that he's been saying for years, really, that he's going to sue. He's owed money because Ghazi, TQ, and others went behind his back, forged his signature, and kind of snaked
Yeah.
them out of the deal. Like maybe they felt like it was too many roaches in the cornbread. You
For
know, they
real.
didn't want to
For
break
real.
Boosie off after Boosie done blew him up, had him on a Vlad interview and introduced Blue to the world. And now they don't want to give Boosie his just due. But TQ has a different version of the story.
We're gonna
Now,
get
we
into that. We're gonna get
have
into that. But hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Make sure y'all
okay,
subscribe to the channel, man. Make sure y'all, keep us alive on the algorithm, man. We're trying to get to
yeah.
2,000, man. We appreciate the support and all of our people who've been following us. We appreciate y'all, man, tapping in, commenting, man. We really do, man. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we need y'all to show up again. We trying to hit 2,000 subs before November when we're going to reapply for the YouTube partner program.
Yep. So
Don't
TQ,
let
let's
them.
get it. Yeah. So TQ, let's get into this TQ. So you watched the interview, right? I watched the interview.
Yeah, for anybody who's not up to speed, take a minute, watch a past episode, go watch the TQ interview on Adam 22 and No Jumper. Go watch the interview that uh DJ Academics just had 12 hours ago. We're not gonna relitigate the whole damn case that Boosie is building against TQ, but give me your we're gonna play a little bit of it, but give me your thoughts on where
On this
you're
whole
at, like
situation.
with the whole TQ
I
versus
think
Boosie.
TQ exposed himself, man. I think that he should have never been on here talking. He should have just kept it, in house because it just don't make sense, when
Okay.
you add all of the details up to the story. But how he says it, it was a 50-50 split. I don't see why Boosie, knowing the name and the recognition that he is, and then I got TQ, even though you my brother, it don't make sense to me of what you're bringing to the table. I know your funds ain't there. You ain't selling no records. You don't have the 50-50. Even when we see what Cameron and Mace came together, we seen that them boys both said, hey, look, you got a quarter, I got a quarter. Let's go ahead and put it. I don't see TQ as being able to match Bootsy's whatever he's bringing to the table.
Slow down now. Slow
Go
down
ahead.
now.
Yeah.
TQ, let's not pocket watch him, man. He might not have as much money as Boosie, but he probably is making some money out here.
Not
And
even
and
money.
and, and, I,
Yeah.
and I'll
Go
say
ahead.
this: Boosie is spending his energy being an artist. You can't do everything. A
Right.
real
Yep.
boss
Yep.
knows how to delegate responsibility. So I could see it being perfectly reasonable and logical for him to delegate some responsibility to TQ and take care of the business side of things. Because as I've expressed before, I don't think that Boosie is the best businessman. Just because somebody makes a lot of money doesn't necessarily mean that they have business acumen.
Well, you just said something. You just
Okay.
said a real boss knows how to delegate. So if he delegated this stuff to TQ and TQ didn't handle the business in the correct way, that's another thing. You got to know how to get the right people around you that you delegating to. If you delegate into, somebody that's not as good either, I'm busy, and then I delegate something to you, and you like, oh man, the thing don't go through, but it's on my face. It's on Boosie face. But like you said,
Yeah. But so yeah, I think Boosie is wrong in this situation. So yeah, we're on the same page with that. If TQ dropped the ball, Boosie is the one who hired him. He's the one who had him as a 50-50 partner on this LLC. But we're gonna get into a clip where the LLC seems to only have TQ on it. So if anybody's
mm,
on their business, it seems like TQ the one who got it. Now, I first heard about TQ when
yeah,
TQ was accused of stealing 340K out of Boosie's bank account. And we never really got to the bottom of that story.
Mm-hmm.
You remember hearing that?
Yeah.
Now, TQ is going to explain a little bit of that. He talks about how he came back around after years of being accused, and Boosie allegedly forgave him. And then that whole story, some time goes by before they get to the blue deal and the restructuring of it, where things got a little bit fuzzy. But let's just hear TQ kind of talk about his side of that story. And I'll admit, TQ is not the best at expressing himself. He's definitely not somebody who seems comfortable in front of a camera, but I'll let y'all decide. You really should watch this whole interview in its entirety. It's an hour and 49
yeah, we
minutes
ain't got
long,
all that, but
we're just gonna play a little bit of it. All right, here we go.
Or I need more money, or like we still haven't had a three-way conversation about,
because the nigga believe you wronged him.
Well, fuck him. I don't matter. It ain't. I didn't wrong him.
That's your brother, bro.
Nigga, it's fuck me. Wag, do you tell me what's going on?
I said that for a reason.
Tell this man, this nigga Boosie is literally this the problem. This is why, and this is why I'm like, Boosie, call me. Boosie, let's talk.
Yo, the interesting part is the fact that after that whole thing,
let's fucking talk.
That whole thing with the 300,000, like you said in 2019, y'all got back. That's when y'all
2018. It was December of 2018.
I'm talking about when y'all had to deal with Blue. That was 2 years later, right?
I came back around December of 2018.
Okay,
he had finally built the house. He had the house for almost a year and a half.
So,
I had never been.
So at that point in time, he believed you didn't
Christmas
do it.
There, huh?
At that point, he believed you didn't do it. You had nothing to do with it.
Or he forgave you.
Man, bro, he know I ain't do. Did
y'all ever have a conversation?
What did he say, bro? Come on, you can't be like,
I don't remember.
Or did he?
I don't. It was just
you
like
don't never remember nothing.
Bro, y'all talking about 5 years ago.
What we doing? Who we think we are, bro?
What you guys say? You look like you itching to say something.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, TQ should have. I can see that he didn't really want to write down and come down with an action of events that he can express clearly, because people have been in these kind of situations and they're going to ask you certain questions and it got to make sense. You got to make it make sense, even if you're trying to fight for your claim. But go ahead.
But look, one thing I realized about people after all this time of consuming media and reading up on epistemology and all of that, let's not be confused or convinced just because somebody's a smooth talker. Now, Boosie,
no.
Let me just finish. Let me just hash this out. Boosie speaks very confidently. He speaks very quickly. He's a rapper. He's good at expressing himself. What I've found is a lot of people are not smart. Sometimes they're just clever at sounding smarter than they really are.
A lot of people.
So TQ might not be the most eloquent speaker, but remember, TQ gets into it in more detail during his interview. I've watched it in its entirety. TQ went to jail about this and was released and was never convicted of this. They never found him with the money. Boosie continued to have dealings with him after that. I don't think Boosie believes that TQ stole the money. Matter of fact, the police suspected that Boosie and TQ put the actual culprits up to this crime. Now, Boosie has never blasted the people who went to jail for it, who got convicted of this, the people who actually took the money, who the money ended up in their accounts. But he went online and dogged out his brother, just like he dogged out his baby mama, like he dogged out his daughter, like he dogged out T.I., like he dogged out goddamn Kodak Black. He has a pattern of being a little bit hasty when it comes to expressing his grievances with people online rather than having a one-on-one conversation with them. So this seems consistent with the Boosie that I've come to know over the recent
he's
years.
emotional. He's different. We can express that, but he also makes his paper from being on, like, that's where Boosie names come from. Him being emotional online it works for him. This is how he gets his he gets his views, his likes. This is, if he would not do that, I think a lot of Boosie would be taken away from the media. I think we'll be taking away some of the Boosie moments that we see him as. And it's crazy, but you know, he speaks genuinely and passionately about what he's going through. You know what I mean?
Sometimes to a fault. You know, there's
Yeah,
benefits
sometimes to
to
a
it.
fault. You're
But
right.
sometimes, but getting to the point, I don't
ahead.
think that TQ stole the money. I don't believe that. And that just shows that Boosie will throw him under the bus. He accused him of that and he never apologized for it. And now he's accusing him of something else. He might be wrong about this too. And my whole thing is it's too hard for us to figure it out. If you feel like somebody stole from you, go to court. Why is you crying about this stuff online for years and years? If they owe you money and you did the right business, take them to court. But I'm gonna play a little bit more of this. He's gonna go into the restructured deal that him and Boosie agreed to about Blue, and then we'll move on. It's gonna go on for about a couple minutes.
Nigga deflected. He pulling a Sir Major on it.
You telling me your brother thought you stole $300,000 from him,
and after a year and a half, I clearly did not.
All right. And what was the conversation that y'all had to come back to do a whole nother deal?
It may just have been like text or something like that. It'd be like, man, I'm gonna come to the house, bro. Like I miss you.
So was he just getting on? He was just letting it go? Maybe he
pulled up with
he never told you he didn't believe you didn't do it. He just said, you my brother, fucker, we're gonna keep moving. That's what his.
I don't remember he ever saying like.
Did y'all ever
we never
discuss
talked about it. We never talked about it.
So we just let it go.
So y'all just came back cool.
But let's
and he let you around his money again.
Let's get back to some things we did clear up.
No, I've never touched his money again because that's the fucking problem. Like that's the thing. That's
why you have nothing to do with Empire.
That's why this time around I have safeguards to protect myself just in case he try to fuck me out of deals again. Because
you got to clear that up. Because you've not managed Boosie after that.
Nah.
So even Blue's Empire deal had nothing to do.
He said he ain't touched nobody after that.
You but look.
Okay.
This is where you were saying TQ's not he's not eloquent at speaking because he brought up. He said that he don't want to get screwed out of any money he was owed. So when you say that, it makes me feel that maybe you wanted to steal it because you felt like you owe
me one way or another.
Like, this is what I'm talking about.
He has a motive.
Like TQ gotta understand what he's saying because it's people on this internet that's dissecting that. And when I first heard it, I'm saying you sound like somebody who gonna take something if you feel like you owe. Right or wrong?
I mean, I didn't read it like that, but you are making sense. Like that is a motive, but I'm just feeling like if the police was investigating and they weren't able to find that he did anything wrong, then and my whole thing is TQ says that somebody hit his account before that. He got the money back. So it's like, why would you jump to that?
Boosie ain't do it, but Boosie ain't take that money from you.
The police didn't even know Boosie ain't do it because the police suspected that it was one of those things where you have somebody take the money out your account, then they give you a part of it, then you report the money stolen, then they put the money back in your account and it just came up. That was a thing niggas was doing in the hood at one point. But I don't think him or Boosie do it. Honestly, that's just me. I don't know anything. I'm just a nigga on YouTube.
But check it. They both said that if Boosie don't believe if Boosie believe you stole from him and you feel at this point in time that man, I gotta make sure my money right, I gotta make sure I'm getting paid. It had to be some kind of talk there, like you know what I'm saying, from what he's saying on how you feeling. Y'all had to have some kind of communication. Even you would want to.
I could see that sometimes guys don't really have resolutions like that. Like they could just come back together. They brothers. He said like. Yes, brother probably told him I miss you. Come to the house. They might have linked up for Thanksgiving or some shit. I could see that happening. I don't know, but if he did it, then you lock his ass up, right?
No, I probably wouldn't want my brother locked up, man.
Okay, but some other niggas got locked up and we never heard them niggas' names. But he was quick to tell the whole world. Boosie's on this no snitch thing, but you told the whole world that your brother stole from you. Why you ain't just get it back in blood, Mr. Gangster Man? You know what I'm saying? Why are you even telling us about it? Why? If it's some street shit, it's supposed to stay in the street. So I don't know. I'm confused. Now, I want you to hear a little bit of him talk about the restructure deal. This might be a little blurry for some people too. He's talking about Blue. It's the crux of the whole disagreement, the major point of contention. Let's go.
What I believe.
So right now, bro, if you can say something to your brother, because what we established is he had nothing to do with the Empire.
Look. Wack gonna try to get him to apologize to his brother. Like Wack damn near trying to put words in the man's mouth, and he ain't going.
Right.
Here go.
Our deal.
Yeah.
The
That was all on
contract Boosie posted was the restructure between Blue and Badass, right?
Yeah.
He was accused
That
of
he
stealing.
agreed to.
Yeah,
That he agreed to.
Yeah.
And that I locked in just like I
he
locked
was
in
accused of
everything we
stealing.
agreed to.
Let's go to the timeline.
Yeah.
2017.
And you signed a signature for that for Boosie.
I
yeah,
signed
for that
a signature for
non-exclusive.
everything.
that just had
I signed
nothing to do with
a
Empire.
I signed a
That's
signature for
between
Columbia.
artists
That's a
and
restructure.
indie, right?
Okay, yeah.
I signed-
2017, he was accused of stealing.
Yeah.
And he was arrested, but no charges were brought. 2018, him and Boosie came back together,
Yeah.
right? And I believe this Empire shit is what, 2020, 2021? When was this alleged Empire contract? Because I know you don't know about it.
We discussed it in 2018, end of 2018. It took about a month or so, a few months for lawyers to go back.
So money was distributed in 18. Why the fuck is you still talking?
No. Listen to what I'm saying. We started talking about him getting dropped. He wasn't dropped. He was still under Columbia when we started talking about it.
Yeah.
But once we agreed to what the basic terms would be, it took a little while for our attorneys to go back.
Well, let me
and forth
correct
to
you.
get
He was being
finalized.
distributed to Columbia. He was under Badass.
The Columbia deal was a record deal that overrode
Boosie.
the Badass.
So they was
deal,
got you. They was primary. Got you. Okay.
right.
Why the fuck that happened? I don't know. But I'm listening.
That's the deal that we agreed. That's the deal
Gotcha.
that we
They
agreed.
must have
to.
gave y'all a bag.
No, they didn't give us a big bag.
Why the fuck would y'all do that without getting a bag?
It wasn't that. Look, bro, it worked. Everything that I did worked, nigga. Why are we talking about this? Because Blue made it.
Why are you getting out of your body?
I'm just saying though.
I know why you got on.
Now, yeah, the first
Getting
person
out
to
of
get
you
mad,
getting
losing.
emotional. You know
Yeah,
how
you know what I'm saying.
listen,
But
hold
look,
on. We know how Boosie do.
listen, I feel like I would get frustrated too. But he's been being quiet for a long time. Boosie done villainized this man. He trying to explain it. And one thing I want to say is, it's going to be very hard for us to sort this thing out. We don't see the contracts. We don't know the inner working. And we don't have novel legal insight. We're not attorneys. We would never claim to be. So this is something that needs to be decided in court. Why is these niggas going back and forth on interviews?
This is
Go ahead. Explain it to me.
Because we in the streets can understand and can decipher when foul play has been going on, because we understand how niggas be trying to move. So what I'm saying is, TQ said he signed off on Blue going to wherever they got that bag from, where Blue got his bag from, right? Did Boosie give him permission to do that? We don't know. Exactly.
Don't know. And that's what I'm trying to say. You as a street nigga, you don't know nothing, nigga. As a matter of fact, street niggas is people involved in the hip hop space.
Right.
That is a breeding ground for scams. You notice that every time somebody got a scam, like a Brother Polite or somebody, they bring it to the black community. Like the guy who had the scams with DJ Envy so let's not act like because we're from the streets we just gonna know who telling the truth. It's hard for us to know. We not in the record business.
Yeah. I'm not saying know who telling the truth, but if you're able to sit in front of somebody and ask them questions and they have to answer,
you could be fooled. You don't have novel legal insight. Let's just be real about that. How many artists have we managed between the both of us?
Right, but how many times have you been How many times have you been in a situation and it ain't feel right to you when you was like, you know what?
We talk about feelings. I'm talking about evidence and proof, man. I don't care about nobody's feelings.
They asking him questions. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I gave you proof. He said that he felt like Boosie was robbing him. So I already see that is something that he feel like he wasn't never getting compensated. He feels like that. He feels like Boosie wasn't never paying him. Can you agree to that? Because he had to say, like, I wanted to make sure.
I could believe that he felt that way. You know, that maybe he felt like he was getting effed over because Boosie wasn't doing the right thing. Look, Young Blue also feels effed over. Young Blue said that Boosie wasn't investing money and that he wants all of the return. Listen, there's more to breaking an artist than bringing him on goddamn Vlad TV. It takes a lot of videos. It takes a lot of promotion. It takes shows. Blue was doing this thing way before he had a Drake feature. He had record deals before he ever met Boosie. So let's not act like Boosie's some kind of mastermind and behind all the Young Blue's success. It had to be other working parts to this whole machine.
Yeah, so, but Boosie, you know, listen. Boosie worked for his name.
Where Coley P at?
Boosie, it don't matter. Boosie worked for his name.
Okay.
Boosie worked for his name. So even if you sign with Boosie and Boosie told you, look, bro, I'm finna give you all my clout, everything that I got, I'm gonna let you get all of that attention. I'm not gonna put no dollars into you now because all of this clout that I'm giving you, all of the press that I'm giving you is worth $200-300. We ain't gotta pay that.
I would hate to be signed to a nigga like you.
Right.
You thinking like that?
I'm saying they could have had this conversation.
But listen, that's why people have contracts and they were supposed to do certain things. And TQ says, just like Young Blue says, and he says that Rock Nation advised him to get out of the contract. They both breached the contract on both sides. Boosie didn't do a lot of shit he was supposed to do. Young Blue ain't do some shit he was supposed to do.
So why Young Blue want to give him the $2 million? So if what you saying,
maybe he tried to keep it real. Maybe he does feel indebted to him for doing something for him, but he ain't do everything he was supposed to do.
Right. Okay. So for him to give him that 2 M's, what do you feel that Boosie, if he didn't put up no money, what do you feel like Boosie could have done?
He never
to
said
be able
Boosie
to
didn't put up no money. Boosie is talking about letting him wear his old shit and bringing him on Vlad TV. That's why Young Blue is offering him $2 million. Boosie says he wants 10. That's probably too much for him to do. They weren't able to resolve this thing amicably. That's why they need to go to court, and he needs to stop crying online and having tantrums with niggas. If you present the evidence, if you really did business as good as you know, Vlad is always talking about how good of a businessman Boosie is and all of this shit. If you really do business that good, then we'll be able to see it in court. We don't need all of these damn interviews.
Got you, but can you admit? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Can you admit that something he had to have some kind of value? Okay, whatever it was, you can give Boosie some of his credit where he had to do something.
Yeah, I'll give Boosie. He did something. He didn't do zero. That's kind of beside the point. You know, Boosie's trying to get a certain amount. I'm not saying Boosie didn't do anything. He introduced me to Young Blue. I found out about him when Boosie was talking about him. But this is something that's interesting because I don't want it to run too long. People should get out there, watch the interviews for themselves. I really think they should go to court. But DJ Academics brought up a really good point when he looked up the LLC. Me and you got an LLC together, right? Mm-hmm. So this kind of like hit close to home because, well, I'll let you watch it. Let you watch it. Go ahead, Academics Cook.
But you'll probably help me to explain. Badass Music Syndicate. Boosie's name is nowhere to be found. It's only your name. And by the way, it got reinstated. It was revoked, and it was reinstated literally 8 days ago. So it was revoked on.
Hold on.
So here's the thing. So if Badass is the company, if Boosie's company, obviously you own it with him. His name is nowhere to be found on this thing.
All right. We want to hear why?
I do want to hear. Yeah.
All right. When Boosie called me in 2020, talking about I forged his name, from that moment on, I wasn't signing his name on anything else. So before he sued, he was already talking about forgery. So when it came time to do annual reports or anything dealing with his name, I wasn't signing it again.
Okay.
So just like I signed his name when he was in jail to put on there, I wasn't doing none of that no more. Boosie's been threatening for 3 years. We haven't had a conversation in 3 years.
So did you remove them from the company, or was he never there?
I removed him whenever I did the annual report. Every year up until then, every year up until then, I have been signing his name, my name on the annual report, updating the witch call.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna stop it there. Now, let's see it from both sides. Now,
he said
that the LLC got revoked. So when he went and did the annual report and paid the fees, he said, you know what? You telling people that I'm forging your signature and all of that. Let's just get you out the way. Not to cut him out the business, but I'm not going to be signing your name because they started the business when Boosie was in jail. So he had to sign his name for certain stuff. That to me is a telltale sign of Boosie not being on his business. How does your LLC get revoked? I got another LLC. I'm not Boosie, but damn, I was able to keep my stuff online for years now.
Yeah, but like he said, he took his name off of that. Yeah, of
No,
course.
that just happened though, is what I'm
Right,
trying to say. And
right.
that's
This happened
after
8 days ago.
Yeah. So he said, I don't know how long ago, but it was very recently. We could listen to it back or y'all can rewind it. But what I'm trying to say is this was very recently after he's been accused of being a thief and his character has been defamed in front of the damn world. That seems smart to me. I'm not going to keep signing your name. I got to renew the LLC. You're not on top of it. It done got revoked. So yeah, now I got the LLC just in my name. So that way, if I need to do badass music syndicate business, I don't gotta be signing your name.
Yeah,
I could see a world where Boosie was like, man, you take care of all of that. I'm around here doing features, doing shows, doing Vlad interviews. I don't got time to deal with this. It could be time consuming. It could be a headache. And you got somebody handling the business. Now, I don't know. But I just kind of feel TQ a little bit more in this situation.
Well, if you feel him in this situation, in that interview, he did say it that he's willing to take 10%. He's willing to take 10%. So if he was really a 50-50 owner, right? Why would you want to forfeit your 50-50 percentage if you call Boosie and say, man, just give me 10%? It lets me know that TQ is trying to get money that he feels that may not be warranted to him. And he using Boosie name. You using Boosie likeness. You using Boosie popularity to put your name in the bit. Because we don't know TQ. We don't know TQ.
No.
He didn't come there. Young Blue didn't come there for TQ. He came there for Boosie.
But TQ, Young Blue does give TQ a lot of credit for his success.
He gives him a lot of credit because he done signed them off and he done broke a bag. Yeah. I believe TQ got a bag. I believe TQ done already.
But there's I would like to see some proof of that. I think it's possible, but I think there should be some proof. I'm an evidence-based person.
Right.
Right now, they both got conflicting stories. So just to kind of bring this to a close, are you siding with more Boosie or TQ? Like just give me a TQ or Boosie answer on that one.
I feel like Boosie. Yeah, I feel like Boosie. I mean, I'm not team. I mean, listen. I be following a lot what Boosie going on, but from what I looked at and what I'm hearing this man talk and how he's saying, he sounds like a spiteful guy. He sounds like he's things could be out of spite, like he's taking his name off. So I got a feeling that Boosie got some Boosie got credibility here that he needs to get broken off.
Fine. What I'm trying to get to is if they were to get the court, you think Boosie will be successful? Boosie will win
Boosie gonna win some money. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So how sure are you that on a scale from 1 to 100%, how sure are you that Boosie would come out victorious if they brought?
I ain't gonna say come out victorious. He's gonna get some money. Because I feel like
will TQ get some money?
Yeah, I believe TQ will get some money.
Okay.
From Boosie name though. I mean, from what? Because Blue signed to Boosie. He didn't sign the badass TQ. He's thinking that this is Boosie's company. So you really are off of this man.
You putting words in his mouth now.
Okay.
We don't know what Blue thought.
Okay.
And they were 50-50 partners, so we don't have any reason.
So he say that. Right. Got you. So he say so yeah, I believe that Boosie will win, and I believe that TQ will get broke off like a little percentage.
On a scale from 1 to 100, how sure are you that Boosie would be successful in court?
I'm about 90%.
All right, and that 10% doubt is coming from where? Why do you think that TQ might be actually telling the truth and his side of events might be closer aligned with the truth? Where's that 10% of doubt coming from?
That 10% of doubt is coming from just the tandem of TQ and Blue. So by them having that tandem, they're able to, put this in a form and give it to the public however they feel to make sure their pockets are right. So that's where the 10% comes from. Like, you can't defeat somebody who's trying to
Yeah, if
swindle
it's
out of a
3
deal.
parties involved or 4 parties involved and they're all on the same side and it's just them against you, you think that there's strength in numbers. Like they can
Yeah,
make all of their stories sound like it makes sense. Easier
exactly.
than, all
Easier
right,
than
all right.
Boosie.
I side more with TQ and Young Blue on this. I
Yeah,
do, saying, I've been very critical of Boosie.
Boosie. Yeah,
Believe it or not, I'm a Boosie supporter. I think he's very entertaining. I like the music,
very
but I
entertaining.
just
Yeah,
think that his business acumen probably leaves something to be desired. Uh, I don't see a lot of artists becoming successful under Boosie. He seems erratic. He doesn't seem logical. I mean, when I heard him get like, I'm just bringing other things about his character, how he handled those other situations. He was threatening his daughter on the phone, threatening his baby mama, threatening her personal safety, not just threatening her with like child support type stuff. It was like, he don't seem like an easy person to deal with. I could see that what TQ, and then this is his
yeah,
brother. I just believe it. TQ seems a little bit more calm and collected, so I'm more inclined to believe him. If I had to put it on a scale of 1 to 100%, who do I think will win? I'm going to leave 75% TQ's way. And the major thing for why I
right.
think
Yeah,
TQ would win is because Boosie is doing too much crying on the internet. If you got evidence that somebody forged your signature and snaked you out of millions of dollars, why are you waiting? Why are you waiting 3-4 years to go to court about this? Now, the 25% of doubt comes with TQ doing all of that stuttering and double talking about you signed a nigga's signature. That just seems shaky to me. And you like, well, this deal wasn't for that. And this over, it just doesn't seem clear to me. There's a little bit of a gray area, maybe. That's
of
the only
course.
thing that gives me doubt. But if they got in court, it might go differently. I don't know. And
Yeah,
Boosie
I
gonna
can see that.
Boosie seemed like he could afford better lawyers, so he might be able to bury TQ in litigation. TQ might not be able to afford to fight for this little percentage he's trying to fight for. By the time they pay the lawyers, TQ might be broke. So he might just be like, you know what? It's better for me to just walk away from this shit. I don't
Yeah,
know how it'll work out. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
y'all chime in on the comments,
Let
man.
us know
Let
what
y'all know
y'all
what y'all
think.
think. Do you side with Boosie or TQ? If you like what you hear, like and share. Ring the bell for notifications. And if you want to join the tribe, hit subscribe. We're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers before November. So help us reach that goal. Until the next time, man, tell them what they could do, Bob. You already know.
Y'all stay true, man.
Yeah, man. True.